Hey guys, this is Crystal and Derek with Follow the Hearts. We're gonna do a review on work camping for Amazon. So I have a whole list of questions for my husband since he's the one who worked and I didn't. And hopefully this will help you guys determine if you want to work camp for them or if it's something for you. So I'll get my hubby.
Hello YouTube, how are you? I've seen you for a while.
Okay, so let's start off with where we were. What was the location?
We were in Coffeyville, Kansas. Originally we had been selected for the one in Reno, Nevada, but they had needed the help more in Coffeyville, so we were reluctant to take that spot though.
Yeah. Alright, so what was the pay?
Well, I'll be honest, I was actually confused with what I got paid until just recently. I thought I was getting $11.25, but I was actually getting $10.75. I had never looked at my pay stubs or my pay statements online the entire time I worked there, so I had literally no clue what I was getting paid. I had a rough estimate, but it was more, I was going on by what I had heard online, which wasn't the case, so.
Okay, and just to be clear, everyone, if you work in Reno, that area, you get paid $1 more because they don't pay for your electric. Everywhere else, you get $1 less because they do pay for your electric.
Thank you, narrator.
You're welcome. Alright, so what were your hours?
I was on 8th shift, which meant I was at 5 p.m. I started, and then we got out at 3:30 a.m.
And how many different shifts are there?
14 shifts altogether, and they overlap.
Okay, and what did you do there?
Well, my primary job was a picker. We picked the orders that came in, but you know, as time progressed, I was in packing. I did a lot of work in single toys. I did errands. I did shipping. I worked in shipping for a while. So, you know, whatever they needed, honestly. I told them up front that I wanted to do many different jobs, and I didn't like to stay in one spot for too long, which, that's just how I roll. I don't like to be in one spot for too long. I don't like one job. I like to move around, which is why I like work camping a lot, so.
Alright, and back to your hours and shifts. What did you get the shifts that you wanted?
No. I originally wanted an early shift. I wanted to be on days, but Coffeyville needed the most help at nights, so a lot of people that had signed up for days in Reno got nights in Coffeyville. I wasn't too happy about that, but that's just how it goes. I mean, we wanted to be in Kansas because it was closer to Kansas City, southeast Kansas, and we wanted to be closer to Kansas City. That's one of the main reasons why we chose Coffeyville. It was that or Murfreesboro, Tennessee, but we, for some dumb reason, said Coffeyville was a good idea. And you know, looking back on it, I wish I would have went to Murfreesboro, but you know, it is what it is. You know, there's ups and downs, but.
And when you apply for this job, is the shift that you sign up for guaranteed? Absolutely
not. No, they kind of randomly pick it. I do know that the earlier you sign up and apply for Amazon, you could probably get a better shift or the shift that you want. The later in the season that you apply, you're probably going to get a night shift or something you don't want. So apply when they post the jobs, which I've been told is January 15th is the date that they post all the positions that they are hiring for. So just keep that date in mind. You don't want to miss out on that because you will get a not so nice shift if you apply later. So apply earlier in the year. That's my recommendation.
Okay. And what was your interview like? Was it over the phone or
well, I had
email?
Well, my first interview was over the phone, and it was through Pamela was the first one, and then another lady, I forgot her name. So I had 2 phone interviews, and then I was hired, you know, through my phone interview. And then when I started, we had group orientation and all that. So it wasn't a one-on-one, face-to-face thing. So
And what kind of requirements does this job?
I remember, you know, bending and lifting and, you know, being able to lift 50 pounds and walking upstairs, you know, stuff like that. You know, if you can do that, you can pretty much, you know, work for Amazon. It's not hard work, it's just repetitive and the hours are long, so.
Do they do a background check?
Yeah, if you have
Or
any
drug
felonies
tests?
or, you know, if you've been to prison or, you know, you stab anybody, they don't, or, yeah, they do drug tests, which I don't smoke, I don't do any drugs, so I didn't have to worry about that. So.
All right, what are some benefits for working for Amazon?
Well, I mean, it's a big company.
As being a work camper.
Well, there are perks for a work camper. The only reason I say that is because you get your site paid, which is pretty nice. You get your utilities paid, like you get your I'm sorry, not propane. Your water and electric is all paid, as long as you're working there. They pay up to, it's 2 days before you start working, and then a day after that, your termination, or not your termination, but the day you leave, they pay a day after that. So more than enough time to get adjusted, and then more than enough time to get out, so you're not charged.
All right, and what about, do they do any other benefits like PTO or?
Yeah, you accrue personal time off for every 320 hours that you work. You get 5 hours paid. That's paid time off. And they also, I learned this halfway through, you get 20 hours of accrued time off, which you get when you start. I don't know how that works, but I didn't take any of it because I wanted to get as many hours as I could.
And accrued time off is not paid.
It is not paid, no. So you get 20 hours to use whatever. Some people took it, some people didn't. So I didn't really think it was necessary, but some people, you know, needed it, which is understandable.
Do you get health insurance?
No. I didn't.
After,
well, I didn't opt for it. I didn't need it, so.
After 90 days, though.
Well, I didn't remember that part, so.
Yeah, you have to work there long enough, so.
Which I didn't. I only worked for 3.5 months, so I didn't even get to.
We just didn't opt for it. What about, do they do anything else? Like, I know a lot of people that work there get swag and giveaways, and they have little parties. Swag. Whatever.
Well, yeah, you know, if you were top picker or you're, you know, top packer, you can get a shirt or, you know, tokens to buy, you know, to buy things, Amazon merch. I have like 4 shirts from Amazon and a fleece sweatshirt, you know, so it's.
All right.
They gave a lot of stuff away, you know.
And do you get a discount for Amazon.com?
Absolutely not. We didn't get a 10% discount this year, which a lot of people were pretty mad about.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it would have been nice. Apparently, people had gotten it years before, but not this year. We weren't allowed to, so I don't know.
Because they replaced that with health insurance.
Which I didn't really need. I didn't need it. So I would have liked the 10% off online. That would have been pretty nice.
Did they provide you any work gear?
Well, they have a what's the word I'm looking for?
Vending machine?
Yeah, there you go. Well done, narrator. They have a vending machine where you can get a vest, or you can get gloves, you can get a box cutter or earplugs. But you're only allowed to get one item in your area per week. So that's one full working week, and then you can get another item. You can get another vest or another pair of gloves, or you know, whatever like that. So, but they had it open for a while, and people were, I guess, were abusing the vending machine. So, yeah, I didn't really see a point to that, but.
So when can you start? When do they usually actually start working you? Like what month?
Well, I started in September. I don't know. I mean, you could start as early as August, from what I've heard.
And when does it usually go through?
It stops in December. The last day is December 23rd. That's the last day for full-time employees and work campers. And then it picks up on the 26th, after day after Christmas. Obviously, that's the day after Christmas.
How was it working? Like, how was it on your body?
Well, I mean, it was hard work. You're stepping on a concrete floor all day. You're going upstairs. I had to go up 2-3 flights of stairs to get things. You're going up and down and pushing carts and lifting up totes that can be in the 50-pound range if you wanted it to be. It's just hard on your body because it's the work. It's not that bad. I mean, yeah, you get used to it, but for me, it was the hours. It was working into the night, working past like midnight. That was really rough on me. My sleep got messed up, and consequently made me more crankier throughout the day, even at work. So it's just hard on your body. The physical demand, it's factory work. It's what that's like. So if you ever worked in a factory, and you pretty much got an idea what this is like.
What's the dress code?
Come as you are.
Okay. And what would you recommend for people?
Push it up a little higher.
For people to wear to work?
Comfy clothes. I wore Dickies t-shirt. You can wear hats. Wear comfy shoes. Don't wear flat-soled shoes. You'll die. Your feet will fall off. I mean, just use common sense. Walking on a concrete floor all day. It's not padded or anything. Unless you're in packing, then they have nice little pads you can stand on, which is pretty nice.
How was it working with the full-time employees there?
They kind of have a neutral position about work campers. I learned, they're a little apprehensive at first. When we come in, they're like, oh, here's the people that are trying to bail us out. But in reality, we're helping. And I asked them that same question, are we friend or are we foe? And for the most part, they liked us. They talked to us. They were fairly, friendly for the most part. We didn't have any problems with anybody full time. They were all pretty nice. So, but there are some work campers that did kind of ruin it for the rest of us that were working there. Just little things that they had complained about, and a lot of the full-timers kind of got tired of hearing about it, and so did I, for that matter.
How is the management, the communication?
They talk to each other because they have to, but as far as conveying messages to us, there's a lot of the training that I received, or lack thereof, I think it was subpar. I kind of learned a lot on my own, and a lot of people that I was training with, we all said the same thing. The training was lame, it was inadequate, we lacked a lot of knowledge. So a lot of the time we just kind of picked things up as we went and asked questions from the full-timers, and that's how we learned a lot of the stuff. So.
What was the work environment like? Did you get to listen to music? Was everyone friendly?
They'd play music over the speakers. They didn't have any in picking, but they had it in shipping. They had it in packing. If you were a stower, you wouldn't hear it that much, or a picker for that matter. They'd play whatever music. It's lame pop music, whatever.
How did working there affect your days off?
I was tired most of the time during the day. At night, I woke up a little bit, but I was just generally a zombie until about 5 o'clock on my days off, and then I'd kind of wake up and then stay up till about 3, 4 o'clock. That's what time I'd get off. When I was working. So it really screwed my schedule up, my sleep schedule up, which I'm actually still trying to recover from. I have an 8 to 5 job now, so it's kind of working itself out now a little bit more, but I'm still a little more alert at night than I should be. But I think over time it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it.
Was it easy for you to balance family and work?
Yes and no. I mean, you gotta ask her. She's the one that had to deal with me. I don't know. I know I was a beast, and that's a nice word to say. I'm sure I was, you know, harder to deal with than what I thought, but.
Would you recommend working for Amazon?
I mean, that's a tough question, really. I mean, depends on what you want, you know. You gotta get the spot that you want first. You want to get a spot that you want. You want to get in an area. I didn't want Kansas. I wanted Nevada because that's closer to where we wanted to be in the beginning. I didn't want to be in the Midwest. So, you know, if you get a good spot in the beginning, if you get the area where you want and the hours that you want, it's probably not going to be that bad. You know, because there's people that were working, you know, 58 hours for their overtime all the time. But they worked days. They didn't work nights. So they didn't have to work the crazy hours that we did. So their sleep wasn't that bad. You know, and if they can do it at night, work that many hours, more power to them. You know, but it's hard. It's hard on your body. So just know the demands. You know, there are a lot of demands on your body, and if you have any days off, you're gonna sleep. You're not gonna be wanting to go and hike and run and all this stuff. You know, because I got cocky in the beginning. I said that, you know, I was gonna be, you know, flying past the old timers and stuff, and you know, having all this extra time and doing stuff on my days off, but I didn't. I was sleeping most of the time, and I was laying down. I wasn't standing up. So that's just, don't get cocky. You know, it's hard on your body. It's hard on your mind too. You know, a lot of people quit because it's like, it's not the physical, it's the mental. It's staying there that long, knowing that you have to be there for 10 hours and you're already tired, and you come into that, take a toll on your psyche. So
Would you do it again?
well, I'm gonna have to. I mean, it's steady work, it's a solid job, so I'm hoping that I get days. I already told myself that if they offer me nights, I won't work for them again, because I can't do nights. So it'll have to be days, and hopefully somewhere remotely close to where we're gonna be. So, you know, as far as that goes, that's up to them, honestly.
And do you get paid weekly or bi-weekly?
You get paid weekly. Pay is good. Overtime's awesome. Do overtime. You get bank. Make your paper. You make a lot of it.
Yep. Okay. Anything else you want to add about Amazon?
This whole video is about Amazon, right?
Yep. Anything else you want to add?
Not really. I mean, you pretty much heard it all. You know?
Alright. If you guys have any questions,
listen to her. She's the one. She'll probably tell you more about it than me, because she had to deal with the guy that worked for Amazon. So I would ask her. I interview you real quick. Let me ask you some questions.
No, I'm good. I would recommend that for a single person, not necessarily a family, though. So, but if you guys have any questions, this man right here, be happy to answer any questions that you have about Amazon if you're considering working for them, and anything else. So let us know. Thanks, guys. Bye.